Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome once again to Watching Chickies, the daily live stream here on Reddit, in which we watch the lives and development of these three young chickens. And they are already raring to go today. And hello there, another donut. Both Kagome and Braveheart just went up to say hi. And I've set up this new handy-dandy table here to just get a little bit closer than the fence. And good morning, Braveheart. A few lovely peeps there. Such a good little hen. And for those of you who might not know, before us right here, we see our lovely Braveheart, our ayam cemeni chicken. And hello there, Calico 48. Right here in brown and gold, we have our lovely Kagome, who is an onagadori chicken, and the onagadori is an endangered breed from Japan. And right over here, we have our lovely little silkie here, named Stormy, who is showing off his sort of male stance there with his head far up. And hello there, Mika-san. Hello, Peep Squad. Hello, little chickens. And yesterday, after our regular filming schedule, I did a short little test in which I just tried to film outside, and everything appeared to go really well. Everything seemed to be streaming, so I might see towards the end of this video with sharing the process of what it takes to bring these little chickies to their outdoor coop, and maybe just see them go around a bit. I'm Calico 48. Well, I love who asks, do you have a favorite or do you love them all equally? And I'm one of those guys that loves all of his pets equally. Another donut. Well, over the past few days, our little Stormy has been showing a few more rooster-like behaviors. The little chickens have definitely gotten a new favorite food in the form of sesame seeds. So today I'm going to try to see about combining the two. Oh yes, Mika-san, we also did give the chickens little pancakes for our pan's 1-year anniversary. And that was a lovely time as well. But fortunately, we already have that stream uploaded to our YouTube channel, Watching Chickies, for all those who are interested. And what are you nibbling on over there? Did you sneak some treats over there? What is over there? Did you hide a couple of sesame seeds there, Kagome? Well, if they were there, they're gone now. Oh dear. Getting nice and comfy there, Braveheart. Yeah, cluck cluck. And our little Braveheart tends to be clucking more these days, but she does still give a few good peeps when she wants to. Oh, look at your messy beak there, Braveheart. Messy beak. Messy. There you go. She let me actually clean off her beak. What a lovely little bird. Kagome never would have let me clean off her beak. Right, Kagome? Oh no. Daddy could never clean off your beak. And today all the chickens seem to be having a pretty good morning. Our little Stormy is being a little bit of a loner down there. I know that he's fully capable of coming up on his own, but he's just kind of peeping sideway glances on them. Oh, and a little yawn there. Oh my. And Mika-san, yes, the little feather collection is getting a little bit bigger each day. You know, Lauren was even thinking about potentially making a dream catcher out of some of the feathers. Stormy's feathers in particular are quite interesting and lovely and soft if you look at them right here. It's hard to almost tell it's a feather. It's like a little bit of a dandelion seed right there. Hello, Braveheart. You could get some scritches from Dad. And our Kagome is a sleepy little bird right now. And Stormy is just looking over there for some reason. Oh, I know why Stormy's there. She sees both the container of yogurt and all of the sesame seeds that are behind it. So Stormy is kind of waiting right there for the treats. I see. You're a hungry little bird, aren't you? And Leo Cole, asks, do you get fresh eggs every day? And no, these chickens are 66 days old, so they're just a bit over 2 months old. They will start producing eggs around the 6-month mark. At the moment, we suspect that these two over here in black are ayam, cemeni, Braveheart, and in brown and gold, Kagome, our onagadori, are both hens, so they would be the ones producing eggs. And then our little Stormy, who's, been acting like a rooster lately, might be the one to fertilize some eggs in the future, which could end up with a few more chickies. And chickens, Leocal, can eat yogurt. You just want to give them the yogurt in moderation. If you give them yogurt every day, it can upset their tummies. They can end up with some, bad poops. So you just want to give them that as a treat. Hey there, little Stormy. Look at how high your head is getting. I remember the days when you kind of looked right up at the water dish right there, like it was the tallest thing in your universe. And now you can actually stand taller than it. And all of these little chickies are definitely growing more and more each day. They're no longer chicks. They're not quite chickens, but I do like calling them chickies. They still have a few months of growing before we can consider them to be full-grown chickens. And I'm wondering right now if our little Stormy is just kind of gearing up to make his big jump. Are you gonna do it, Stormy? Yeah, I could hear a few peeps from you. And Mika-san, yes, chickens are omnivores. They're kind of opportunistic, like humans. They will eat what they basically find. They're kind of like pigs or humans in that regard. They could even be opportunistic carnivores when it comes down to it. I've heard stories of full-grown chickens actually hunting down mice, which is an interesting sort of way of pest control. It's almost as if they're like the cats of the bird universe right there. So they will definitely eat insects outside. They'll definitely love that little boost of protein. I've witnessed all of them at this point eat a few insects. A lot of mosquitoes were eaten by them recently. And they'll look for anything tasty. And most chickens can eat pretty much anything that humans can. But you have to also consider their size. Like there's some regular human foods that can bother them. Like one thing, they can't have too much in the way of sugar, and they can't have much in the way of caffeine, because both of those things can really hurt your little chickens if they have too much of it. So you just need to be careful. You need to do a little bit of research before introducing something new to them. For an example, a common treat for little chickens are grubs. Now grubs do have some protein and they do have some nutrition, but they are loaded with lots of fats. So some people sometimes go overboard with their chickens and feed them grubs every day. And the problem with that is your little chicken can become obese from that. And my vet did warn me that, that's one of the most common things she sees for issues with chickens getting obese from grubs. And, that can just affect their development, their growth, and lead to a variety of health problems. So it's best to sort of moderate their food and just keep track of what they're eating. Another donut. I'm looking here on my computer, and the stream does seem to be going pretty smoothly on my side. So it might be your internet. It's still going on my phone, and it's still going on my computer. And, it's also good to track their weight as they're growing up like this. Because a sudden drop in weight can be an indicator that your little chicken is feeling unwell. A sign that they're not eating, or that something a lot worse is going on. I had a viewer contact me about their little chickens, and unfortunately it appears maybe that one of their little chickens did have Marek's disease, which is a disease that affects chickens worldwide. There is a vaccine for it that little chickens can get. All of these chickens have been vaccinated for Marek's, and it is a respiratory disease that can kill chickens when they are very young. And it can be released by the chicken's dander when they are doing their preening. Then other chickens breathe it in and they can contract it. So it's always good to monitor your chickens so you can just sort of pick up on these issues. All of these guys have been growing nice and well. I probably will be maintaining weigh-ins when they're fully grown, just to sort of make sure that none of these guys are slipping into obesity, or if they're getting sick, because once they're fully grown, they should be maintaining a somewhat constant weight. And that's all right. That's just part of being a good pet owner there. Oh, there you go, guys. And it's always lovely to see a couple of the chickens snuggle there. Yeah, peep, 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 Kagome. Peep, peep, peep. Lovely. And Kagome, I think, is always happiest when she has a few other chickens by her side. And hello there, little Stormy. You still haven't made your move to come up to the others. You keep watching from afar. What is up with that, my little Stormy? Come on. Here we go. There we go. There we go. Up with the others. Now, if you don't want to be up there, you can always just jump back down, or you can be with Dad for a bit. Oh, and look at that. Kagome wants to cuddle with you, Stormy. She came right over to you, and she just laid down. Are you going to leave her hanging, or are you going to be right next to her? Yeah? Ooh, trying to get nice and comfy there, fluffy butt. Oh my, oh my. Oh, are you trying to go into egg mode? Go right underneath our little Kagome. If you're going to be the big bad rooster of the flock, that's going to be interesting behavior if you're always trying to be the egg. Though I suppose now it kind of does look like you have a little beard, if you look at you the right way. A little beard and a wild hairstyle. Oh my, oh my. You could be the punk rocker of the group there. Lovely. And a few little peeps and lots of preening going on up here, especially by our Kagome. Oh, and Stormy's getting involved too. You might hear that crinkling noise right now. And that's the sound of Braveheart just preening her feathers. I always find it so funny how when Kagome and Braveheart preen, it just sounds just like all of this crinkling. And you know, feathers are made of the same material as your finger and toenails. There you go. Those Stormy's feathers are so much fluffier and softer than the other two. But that is the nature of things when you are a little silky chicken. But even he does a little bit of preening. It's a lot of work as a chicken to keep yourself nice and clean. You don't really have access to the shower unless Dad puts you in there. And you know, none of them really want me to go ahead and really bathe them. We have bathed both Stormy and Braveheart before, but only when they have been pooped on by Kagome and they couldn't get all of the poop off. And while Kagome has never let herself be pooped on by any of the other birds, and she keeps herself meticulously clean. And I do love just how striking all of her feathers are, with all of the patterns and just the shifting colors around her body. Quite a dramatic little chicken, our little onagadori. Yes, all of them do take sand baths. I did have to clean up quite a bit of sand that had gotten on the floor this morning. So it seems that they had taken a big sand bath when I was not around, Mika-san. I think I could actually see a couple of little pieces of sand still there in Stormy. There you go. There you go. I'm just preening you, Stormy. I'm just preening. Oh, and no worries there, Mika-san. And Stormy's just cuddling up right on top of Kagome's tail. Oh my, oh my. You getting rid of all your dandruff there, Braveheart? Oh dear, here. Ooh, there you go. There you go. Cluck, cluck, cluck. There. There we go. And occasionally you might hear the little high-pitched peeps from Stormy. And that's kind of his sleepy noises that he makes whenever he wants to take a little nap. I've learned that sound pretty well. Stormy usually gives those noises right before they go to sleep when I turn out the light. Oh, and Mika-san, well, I'm not sure why it wouldn't be delivering the notice that the live stream is going out. I would check your settings and make sure that I think there is a button or a toggle that you can activate here on Reddit if you're using the app or you're using the website. So it will give you a push notification when a live stream that you're subscribed to is just starting. It could be that you have your push notifications turned off, or maybe, you know, in your Reddit settings, they possibly could have been turned off as well. Or it could be an issue with Reddit. Sometimes we do have issues, especially when we have a few little errors that stop these broadcasts. Oh, and there we go, Braveheart. Well, later in the broadcast, after we do their daily weigh-in, I'm going to try combining two of their favorite foods, and I'm going to mix a bit of the yogurt and the sesame seeds together in their bowl, and we'll see how they go for that. My guess is that it is going to go quite well. There you go, Braveheart, my chunky little bird. You are our biggest little hen, and you are so lovely. Over a pound now. It is hard to believe that. And I was just kind of watching day one of our videos on YouTube the other day, and it was just so amazing to see the three of these little birds all be the same size, just, running around each other. And now they are all so different. Our little Braveheart has become our biggest little hen. Kagome has developed such lovely and long feathers with such a unique pattern. And then our little Stormy has become just such a fuzzy little prince. And all of them have developed their own little personalities. Well, I am glad that our little Braveheart here has become such a softie and does enjoy all of these cuddles with Dad. And Flippy Birdo, yes, our Braveheart is a bit bigger, but that's good. She's still growing, and a little bit of weight gain right now is actually a good thing for the chickens. Her gaining too much weight would be an issue after she's full grown. You don't want your chickens to get too big, because that can cause some health issues. Just like it can with people. I know in my past, I gained a bit too much weight at one point, and it did cause me a variety of health issues. But since I have lost it, I avoided quite a lot of things. Like I avoided getting type 2 diabetes. That was a close call. Oh, and AllieB88. Lovely to see you again. And all of the chickens are doing quite well today. Oh, there we go. And we're seeing Kagome just do a bit of preening now. Yes, Braveheart? Oh my. Ooh. Are we doing the dinosaur sounds? Oh my. Yes? Oh, keep petting, Dad? Was that it? Don't stop petting? Oh my. Well, AllieB88, that little, that trill just came from Braveheart. And then our Kagome responded to it. Oh dear, oh dear. Yes, Braveheart. Yes, I will keep petting. I will keep petting. Oh my. You don't like peeping. You don't generally cluck, but you will do a bit of trilling now. Oh, there you go, Braveheart. Lovely Braveheart. Yes. Braveheart is a lovely girl. Want to talk some more? Or is it quiet time now? Alright, well, I guess it's a bit of quiet time now. Oh, spoke too soon. Ayam cemanis really are such friendly little birds. Yeah? Oh dear, oh dear. You know, you guys really do defy expectations. You know, most people expect to hear the traditional chicken clucking noises. But you guys, you know, barely ever make any sounds like that. Though all of you guys are unusual breeds. And, MG Honor says she's like my cat. And, Ponage of the Gods says, are you the Bob Ross of chickens? Well, some people do call me that. We have been going now for 66 days of broadcasting these little chickens' lives. And let's see. Our really sad gay asks, I might be fostering chickens. Do you think they are good animals to have? Well, I would say they are definitely lovely animals. They can be quite caring. But I would have to put a caveat there. You need to make sure that one, you live in an area where you can legally have them. You need to check your local laws and regulations. Then you also need to make sure that you have all of the supplies necessary for your chickens. You know, you need to have your food. You need to have your grit. You need to have your cleaning supplies, nesting supplies. If you're getting chickens that are really young, you need to have your heat lamps, your brooder. So there's a lot of stuff to prep before you do get chickens in, because you want to make sure that they have everything necessary for them to thrive. If you're getting older chickens, there is a good chance that they will be a lot less, let's just say, friendly or warm to you initially. These chickens are very docile. They are very friendly because they've been hand raised since their first days by myself and my partner Lauren. And as a result, you know, they love just being with us, just sitting on our shoulder and getting pets. Now, a chicken who is maybe like a year or two old, who hasn't really been interacted with by people, will probably be a little bit more standoffish. They will regard you sort of like a strange alien who is there to kind of steal their eggs and occasionally give them food. So you'll have to give them some time to learn to adapt to you. You just have to kind of be there, present in their lives. You can try to introduce them to just little head touches at first, and then you can try to get them to the point of possibly even just perching on your knee, and maybe eventually they'll even try to perch on your shoulders. You just need to give them time if they're older birds. Oh, and J1221J, thank you for the Wholesome Award. That is much appreciated. And for those of you just joining us, welcome to Watching Chickies, a daily live stream here on Reddit in which we watch the lives and development of these 3 young chickens. Here in brown and gold, we have our onagadori chicken named Kagome, who's falling asleep to my voice as we're speaking. And then over here in gray, we have our little silky chicken named Stormy. And Stormy has already succumbed to my calm voice and is taking a little sleepy nap, all puffed up with his fluff. And right here on my knee, we have our ayam cemeni chicken named Braveheart. Oh, and our little Stormy's head just fell. Oh dear, oh dear. And Edge of Cedars Girl asks, are their feathers soft? And you know, Braveheart's feathers are pretty soft, but the softest of all of them is our silky chickens, Stormies. And they kind of feel like dandelion seeds. There we go. And Flippy Birdo says that gaining a bird's trust is difficult and often takes days or weeks or even months for them to get comfortable with you, and that can be quite correct. You know, one way to almost sort of get around that is if you are hand raising a bird, because you can even get them to impress upon you, especially if you are one of the first creatures that they really see. In this case, you know, we've hand raised all of these birds, and as a result, they kind of do trust myself and my partner Lauren implicitly. Oh, and Mika-san, thank you for the I'd Like to Thank award. That is much appreciated. And I see that our audience has grown a little bit, so I'd like to welcome you all here to Watching Chickies, the daily live stream here on Reddit, and then later on our YouTube channel called Watching Chickies, in which we watch the lives and the development of these 3 young chickens. Over here on my knee, we have our ayam cemeni chicken named Braveheart, and she is a breed that comes from Southeast Asia and does love getting lots of pets from Dad. And hello there, Weirdest Man. Lovely to see that you got past your banning. And here, in brown and gold, with the brown eyes, is our lovely onagadori chicken, which is an endangered breed from Japan. And her name is Kagome. Ooh, little yawn there. And then right here, next to her, is our silkie chicken, named Stormy. Hello there, Stormy. Hello. And Stormy has this real nice wild hairstyle and is currently snuggling up here with Kagome. Oh, peep, 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 goes our little Braveheart. Yes, 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 more pets for you. Oh, and Weirdest Man, thank you for the silver. That is much appreciated. And Daddy Long Egg, yes, I do try to maintain a real nice and calm voice for the chickens. I feel like they respond to it, and, you know, they can even relax enough to take a little nap. Oh, and bless you there, Kagome. A little chicken sneeze. And little peep peeps from our little chickens. And Sinusoidal Bath says good morning to all of you little chickens. Oh, that's a nice sentiment there. Oh, there you go. There you go. You got a little white bit right there. I bet you're going to be pulling out this little feather soon. One of the things that they do when they preen is they often pull out little damaged feathers like this. So soon that will probably be on the ground. And in this show, you know, we like to just kind of watch the chickens as they go about their day. And then I like to answer questions from you, the audience. Oh, and a chicken in the redstone. Well, I hope your chickens are doing just lovely. Do you have silkies like our little Stormy? Oh, are you guys getting nice and comfy there on the blanket? Do you want to go with them, Braveheart? You gave me a bunch of bird dandruff there. Oh my, oh my. Yeah, peep, peep, peep. Oh dear. And X Fisher. Well, these guys are 65 days old, so they're just a little bit more than 2 months of age. So they should be laying eggs once they are around 6 months of age. And AliB88, they are actually doing pretty well outside. I did manage a very short stream outside yesterday when I did a little bit of a test. That worked out quite nicely. Ooh, good hop there. Good hop there, Braveheart. Oh, and it seems our little Stormy and Kagome are having a little conversation. And I think it's probably just Kagome complaining to Stormy that Stormy is moving around too much. They were cuddling nice and well, and Stormy decided, you know what, I want to stand up and I want to start preening my legs. And all of these chickens are members of our family and friends for life, so they will never be eaten. We are going to make sure that they have long, happy, and healthy lives, if I have anything to say about it. And Set X Fisher, asks, are chickens difficult to raise? Well, generally speaking, if you do the prep work, make sure that you do all of the research on all of the things that you need to keep them comfortable, like their bedding, their food, the grit, and all of their sort of like living sort of materials that you need, like coops and stuff. If you do the prep work, it can actually be quite easy for chickens, especially if you have at least 3. Chickens are very social animals, and they do need lots of company. If you have a chicken that is all by itself, then they can get very lonely, and they could get very upset when you're not around. So by having 2 or 3 at once, you can make sure that they are always getting fulfilled in that sort of social area. Oh, and the solo alpaca, thank you for the Take My Energy award. And Edge of Cedars girl, asks, does Kagome need special food or any of them since they are more exotic? And no, all of these chickens, even though that they are unusual breeds, will eat pretty much anything a regular, or what we would consider a regular chicken breed can. At the end of the day, they are all still chickens, and they can even interbreed. Oh, there we go. There we go. And Zahoras says it looks like Kagome wants a dust bath. Well, I believe she had one this morning with the amount of sand we found on the ground today. And Dynafesto asks, will you harvest their eggs? Well, they are 65 days old now. We wouldn't say no to a few eggs in the future. But if our little Stormy does indeed end up being a rooster, we'll probably wait a few days for each egg and do a check with a light to see if they are fertilized before eating them. And Cocoa Puff, these little chickens are largely pretty much self-cleaning. They do lots of preening. They do cleaning in their little sand bath over here. We've only had to give them actual baths about twice, for both Stormy and for Braveheart, when Kagome pooped on them. And other than that, they've been able to keep themselves pretty clean. And a non-cactus friend, thank you for the Ally Award. That is much appreciated. Oh, and more wang for your duck. Thank you for the cool summer. Oh, peep, 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 peep. And for those of you who might have missed it. Oh, and 3 Ard Stapa, thank you for the Awe Award. Much appreciated. And for those of you who might have missed it, here in brown and gold, we have Kagome, our onagadori chicken. And the onagadori is an endangered breed from Japan. Over here in gray, we have our little silkie chicken, named Stormy. And the silkie breed came from China, and they were first bred about 2,000 years ago. And over here, we have Braveheart, our ayam cemeni chicken. And they come from Southeast Asia, and are well known for this black coloration that goes all the way down to their organs. And Weirdest Man, thank you for the all-seeing upvote. And Rosasaurus Rex, thank you for the Faith in Humanity Restored Award. And Momo Rules 22, we will see how our little Stormy goes as he develops. At the moment, we don't feel any need for separating Stormy. Even at the end of the day, if Stormy is a rooster, Stormy is going to be at least a pound or so lighter than any of the other chickens. So all of the other chickens should actually be able to keep Stormy pretty much in his place. So it will be an interesting dynamic to see the littlest chicken be the rooster in our group. And King 650, all of these chickens do go outside. We largely do these videos inside because we have a much better internet connection in here. We do have their outdoor coop. We've done a few videos outside. And after today's stream, they will be going outside. They're going to start sleeping outside when they are around 6 months of age, when they're more fully grown. And let's see, Jacklay, do birds ever get into territorial fights of any sort? Yeah, birds can fight, especially roosters. Fortunately, it does seem that we only have one. Baking the edge off, what made you want to get exotic types of chickens? Well, I was looking up various breeds that are friendly to people, and both, all three of these breeds, the onagadori, the silkie, and the ayam cemeni, are well known for being friendly to people. So I thought it would be quite lovely to get these three very different breeds and see how they interact with each other. And they've made one cohesive little flock. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, Kagome, our little squawker. Yeah? Are you gonna go see about the meal with Braveheart? A little stretch there, oh my. And Sly Rip, oh, thank you for the Wholesome Award. That is much appreciated. There we go. And we are gonna be giving them some yogurt and sesame seeds in a bit. Throwaway SN. They do not lay eggs yet. They are 65 days old, and they should be starting to lay eggs once they are around 6 months of age. Oh, there we go. There we go. Are you gonna jump down? Yeah? Peep, 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 cheep, cheep. You can do it. I've seen you do it so many times, Stormy. There you go. Ooh, lovely. Nice, happy landings. Oh, and Danny Boy 97, thank you for the Wearing is Caring Award. That is much appreciated. Oh dear, oh dear. And in a little bit, we are going to be doing their daily weigh-in. And the daily weigh-in is just our way of making sure that these little chickens are growing nice and healthy. Since they're still growing up, they're not at their full weight. Them suddenly losing weight at this point could be a sign of them being stressed or them being sick. So we do their daily weigh-ins just as a way to keep track. Oh, and Frizzo the God, thank you for the Heartwarming Award. That is much appreciated. And since we've been doing this for 65 days, we have a lot of these streams available for watching. We have a YouTube channel called Watching Chickies, and there's a link to it on my profile, as well as a link to our Patreon and our Instagram. And I'd like to use this opportunity to thank our Patreons, Gamers Playing, Memento Mori, Lucidity, Xanthe, Terra Birdie, February Monster, and the Foley family for their continued support in bringing this to you guys each and every day. And a Flippy Birdo. At this point, let's see, what happens if they gain weight too fast? So we did have their vet checkup about a week ago, and all of the birds were still on the right track for weight. So it seems like they're not in any danger of being obese. The vet specifically told me none of the chickens were obese. So, I mean, them gaining too much weight would only really be an issue after they're fully grown. There we go. Oh, and Graysonator69, I appreciate it very much. And for those of you that might have missed it, welcome to Watching Chickies, the daily live stream here on Reddit that starts at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day. Right here in gray, we have our little silky chicken named Stormy. In black, we have our ayam cemeni chicken named Braveheart. And here in brown and gold, we have our onagadori chicken named Kagome. And the onagadori is an endangered breed of chicken from Japan. And all of them make one little happy flock and peep squad. And Just Patty1 asks, does anyone know how long it takes to go from a chick to a chicken? So at this stage, all of these guys are kind of in the in-between phase. They are kind of like teenage chickens. I would say they go from being a chick to sort of like a teenager around the 1 month mark. And these guys are at the 2 month mark. And they're around fully grown at about 6 to 8 months old. And all of them are nice and happy, talking to each other here. Oh, and Legumes 488, thank you for the excellent award. And pun is intended. And such a lovely award there. Oh dear. And we get lots of little scratches there from the chickens. That's behavior that you see a lot from them in the wild. When they are just outside, scratching at grass or the dirt. And that's a way for them to throw up seeds and little bugs for them to later eat, just spread all around. Here, because they have a feeder, they don't really need to do that, but it's just kind of instinct for them. And Panacea, all of these guys are being kept as pets. They're members of our family and friends for life, though we will not say no to a few eggs in the future. And Mika-san, we do have an Instagram. Lauren has been trying to be a bit better with that by posting at least 1 or 2 pictures a day of the little chickens. And we have a link to that in my profile page. And baking the edge off. Sure, I can tell the little chickies that you guys love them. There you go, guys. You got a lot of people out there that care about you. Oh dear. Well, Anima Corpus Lucra, all of the chickens are right here. You can say we're kind of self-quarantining here in our home, but of course I can give the chickies a few little pets. There you go, Kagome. There you go, Stormy. And there you go, Braveheart. All of you lovely animals there. Oh, and Weirdest Man, thank you for the Take My Energy award. That is much appreciated. And Jacklay, you know, their expected lifespan would be at least 12 years old, though I am hoping for very many more, as long as it's, you know, happy and healthy years. Oh, and Cat on Steroids, you know, I would love to do voice narration for animal and nature documentaries. That would be lovely. Oh, and Mika-san, thank you for subbing to our Instagram. That is very much appreciated. Oh, and Lady50, thank you for sending your love to Stormy, Braveheart, and Kagome. And yes, there, Flippy Birdo Kagome does kind of look like a tiny, unlit phoenix. And her tail is definitely becoming more and more impressive every day. It's almost the size of the rest of her body at this point. Oh dear, oh dear. And, poo in the face. No, this is not the lock-picking lawyer. But you know, I am a fan of these little chickens. And Willow's Whip, yes, these are chickens. In black, we have our ayam cemeni chicken, which is from Southeast Asia, called Braveheart. We have our little silky chicken there, named Stormy, and our onagadori chicken, named Kagome. All of them are 66 days old, and they are all part of one happy little flock. Oh, there you go. And I'm a killer. Yes, they are affectionate little animals. Oh, and Melanie wants me to tell Stormy that his afro is quite stylish. And he's developing these interesting pin feathers on the back of his head as well. We can see them come out there in white. There we go. And Gengar, 5688. Ah, a ghost poison type commenter. Well, these guys are eating their starter crumble right now. And it's a nutritious organic food for chickens that they can be eating right up until they are of egg-laying age, at which time we will switch them to something a bit more calcium forward. Oh, and poo in the face? Don't worry. Both Kagome and Braveheart never seem to pick on our little Stormy. You know, if anything, Stormy seems to be trying to assert his authority a bit more. But even in those cases, the other two birds just seem to ignore him a little bit. And I'm a Killer asks, were they expensive? So, not really compared to other pets. If you were to get full-grown birds of these different varieties, that would be quite expensive. But because we got them as newborn baby chicks, they were quite reasonable. I would say most of the cost of chickens has to do with the coop and making sure that you have all of their supplies. Once you're up and running, everything is actually, you know, pretty cheap going forward. Except, you know, just their food, making sure that their coop is going through, that you have the grit and everything. So I would say it's probably equivalent to a dog or a cat, keeping them going. Yeah, it's just a lot of startup costs in the beginning mostly. And PP Hoop, well, thank you for the I'd Like to Thank award. That is much appreciated. And Pooh in the Face asked, so which came first, the chicken or the egg? And I recently read a scientific article that put forward the argument that it always has to be the egg. You get the egg of the new species before it becomes a chicken. So first, the proto-chicken lays the egg that gives birth to the actual chicken. Oh, you're playing. What are you doing? Found some hair there. Oh my there, Braveheart. Well, I threw that away. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, an overpriced bagel. Thank you for the pot of coins. Oh my, that looks quite festive. And baking the edge off, I spend a few hours a day with the little chickens. There we go, Braveheart. There we go. Come here. Little cluck cluck. Oh my, you're still munching on all of that lovely crumble, aren't you? And A Sellers 47. Chickens can do little short flights or sort of like super jumps depending on the breed that you have. Both Braveheart and Kagome could actually fly quite a bit before we got their wing feathers clipped by the vet. Can I show them your wing feathers, Braveheart? Oh no. No, no, no. But if you do clip their little flight feathers, then what happens is that we did that on both of their wings, so they can still manage to do short little glides when they do jumps. They regrow those feathers every 6 months or so, but we did that as a way so they can't fly over any of our fences or go on top of our roof. Oh, a little standoff there. Kagome, are you worried that Braveheart's gonna jump on you? Oh dear. And baking the edge off. I have introduced them to a few toys, but so far they have not seemed interested in any of them. They're not even all that interested in the mirror that they have down here. They always seem more interested in playing with each other. So, you know, I've brought in a few toys a bunch of times for them to play with, but they always just kind of ignore them. So now, you know, we've been on the air for about an hour, so I'm gonna do their daily weigh-in. Now these guys don't like my daily weigh-ins, and they've gotten a bit bigger, so I have to use both hands when it comes to this. So I'm gonna put my phone down here, and I'm gonna start picking them up and doing their least favorite part of the day before they get their treat. And little Stormy, I see you there. There we go. I know, peep, peep, peep. Life's so hard when you're made to stand in one place. I know, I know, I know. So today, little Stormy, you are 361 grams. So our little Stormy in one night gained 5 grams. Peep, peep, cheep, cheep.